That's amazing. It's an amazing journey and inspiring too. But I would like to know that how much time did you take in order to become fluent? Like from the beginning till now?
So it did not take much time to me because I was giving much time. I was completely engrossed in English language, I can say. So I was listening a lot. It took me maybe 4 to 6 months. But if someone is completely beginner, the person doesn't know from where to start, how to start. You should start talking to someone in your comfort zone. Initially, I do believe that we need someone in front of whom we can make hundreds of mistakes without any judgment. Who is actually, I had the terrible problem of my MTI issue. So that
MTA
is
issue. Okay.
maybe
I
still.
remember I had a conversation with the native speaker sometimes, and he said this thing to me that, ma'am, English is so easy, no difficulties at all. But Hindi, it is too much difficult. How you guys speak so beautifully. So I think
Yes, yes.
language is just the way of expressing your thoughts, but that what kind of thought you want to express to the other person, that
Mm.
you have to decide. And for that,
There.
I think one thing which is really nice about your face that you have two like dimples here, and it's really nice to see them.
Thank you so much.
Okay, now we
Okay.
can start.
Yeah.
So, hello, Mohsina Khan. How are you doing?
Hello, Karishma. I'm doing pretty well. Thank you for asking. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing great and fantastic. I have been waiting for you, and I was really excited to have this session because I already knew many things about you. But just for my viewers, I want you to give me a brief introduction.
Thank you. And thank you for having me here and giving me this opportunity, Karishma. Okay. I would like to tell about myself. As you know that my name is Mahsina Khan. I come from Assam and I have completed graduation. I hold a B.Ed degree. Moreover, I'm a homemaker, mother to two kids. Furthermore, I have started recently my YouTube channel by the name English with Mohsina. Apart from that, I guide some beginners and low intermediate learners. It's been 1 year I have been guiding. This is all about me in a nutshell.
That's a great, amazing introduction from you. And yeah, this session is about English. I have a few questions to ask you.
Okay.
Let's start from the first question, which is, how did you learn English?
Okay, okay. Yeah, that's a nice and basic questions, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can
Yes.
say. So I started from listening. As we learn our mother tongue by listening to our parents from our surrounding, we don't have the environment of listening to English, right? English language. So I pondered in my initial days that how did I learn Hindi language? Because Hindi is my third language, but I am fluent in Hindi and I can read and write as well. But before writing, before learn how to write and read, I learned how to speak by watching TV, cartoons. Then when I grew up, I started watching movies, then the serials. So I thought and I pondered in my mind that if I want to learn this language, I must listen to English contents, even it does not matter whether I understand or not. So I started listening. Then slowly and gradually, after 5 to 6 months, I started feeling comfortable. Then
Okay.
I thought that no, now I should start speaking. Then I started initially talking to myself in my mind because I already knew the grammar, and I just little bit revised tenses because I knew when I was in 12th standard I learned grammar tenses from one teacher and he would teach very well, and I understood okay then after learning tenses it becomes easy for me to write. So I thought that okay I can make some sentences in my mind, I can try it. And slowly and gradually, I started speaking loudly, talking to me in front of the mirror. I started talking. I started describing about my day. Then I thought that no, now I should talk to someone else. Then I started approaching my own relatives, my cousins, my niece. So one of my cousins, he helped me a lot in my initial days because I could not speak two or three sentences together. I got stuck and I told him that I want to say this sentence, but I'm not able to frame the sentences. Even though we know the grammar, but while speaking, we don't have time, right? So it
Right.
happens when we practice for long period of time, then it becomes spontaneous. So he
Yeah.
helped me, and later on I thought that no, I should try to join some tutors as well. So I think you must know him, Kabir. His name is Kabir Rural Talk.
Yes, 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 yes. I know him.
Yeah, so I joined him for a couple of months, and then I got confidence that now I can talk to people. Even though I was making lots of mistakes, I was in lower beginner, I can say lower intermediate level, but I understood that no, when it comes to getting fluency, it will take time. I must practice for a long period of time. And then from YouTube, I got to know about application ACE fluency. So
Okay.
there I joined, I think around in 2023. And for 2 years, I practiced with so many co-learners. I made some female friends. We have been friends still. We have been friends for more than 1.5 years, and
Okay.
we practiced a lot with each other through video call, through audio call, while cooking, while doing the dishes, because we all are hungry to learn this language. We have the passion to do something in life. So somehow we used to manage time. And you know, one good thing is that Kabir, one day he made one video with me, and he uploaded that video on his YouTube after, I think, in at the end of the 2023. And in that time I was
Okay.
not that much confident to record this kind of session. But somehow I thought that no, but I'm the kind of person, I believe that no, I should face the fear. It's okay if I feel nervous, but I should take the initiative. So he
Hmm.
uploaded that video on his channel, and I shared that thing on my WhatsApp. And some people, they got to know about me, then they started approaching me, and that's how my journey of teaching and guiding also has started.
That's amazing. It's an amazing journey and inspiring too. But I would like to know that how much time did you take in order to become fluent? Like from the beginning till now.
See, but see, there are, I think, some steps. When it comes to fluency, what I think that it doesn't matter that if I make mistake, but if I am confident enough to talk to people and I am able to articulate my thoughts, if I am talking to you, you are able to understand. So it did not take much time to me because I was giving much time. I was completely engrossed in English language, I can say. So I was listening a lot. It took me maybe 4 to 6 months to become fluent in certain level, I can say. So still I think and I believe that there is room for improvement. I need to work on this, that I want to become an advanced speaker. These days I am trying to learn new vocabulary or advanced vocabulary idiom, but it did not take that much of time because I was giving lots of time to this language. I started talking to my children, and wherever I found the opportunity, I started talking to people in real life as well. For example, talking to my children's teacher through audio call. Then when I got the opportunity in real life at school, then I started talking to them, and slowly and gradually I felt that now I'm confident I can talk to people. So it did not take much time, around 6 months, and my journey has been going on. Every time improving.
Okay, but from last 6 months you have been continuously practicing with someone. True?
uh Not 6 months, I can say that for 2.5 years kicked off my journey in 2022. But when it comes
Yeah, that's what
to
I'm asking.
getting that confidence and talking to
That is
people, I
only
think it
60.
took, yeah, it took me 6 months. After that, I started talking to different people from different states.
Hmm.
Even I have spoken to native speakers as well.
Hmm. That's what I'm thinking because you mentioned the name Kabir. So now he's not
Not
active on
active.
YouTube. He quit
Yeah.
YouTube, I think, 2 years ago. Like last, I think 2023 maybe. Because I also created one video with him when I have started my YouTube channel. That was like in the beginning. I think he was the first person with whom I connected through
Oh.
this conversation. Yeah. So that's why I remember his name. So what do you think that taking tuitions or like
Mhm.
paid platform using paid platform, is that really helpful for a person who wants to improve English? What do you think?
Okay, yeah, I can share my own perspective according to my own experience. So when it comes to joining the Clapping Go English Sherry, I noticed that you were taking classes, but so far I have not taken any kind classes from there because I pondered that only by taking classes for 15 minutes or 30 minutes every day, different tutor, it is not gonna help. But if someone is completely beginner, the person doesn't know from where to start, how to start. See, when it comes to me, I had my own cousin. So I always tell people that you should start talking to someone in your comfort zone. I know that we should try to come out from our comfort zone, but it takes some time to come out from the comfort zone. Now I can come out from my comfort zone because I have reached that certain label. Even though if I make mistakes here and there, I myself understand now. I myself, okay, I made mistakes, so I try to rectify it next time, or instantly I rectify that. But initially I do believe that we need someone in front of whom we can make hundreds of mistakes without any judgment, who is not gonna mock us. That's why
Mhm.
I believe that if someone is there, it may be relative, it may be friend, or if you can afford, or if the tutor is affordable, then join. So when it comes to Kabir, it was affordable for me. So that's why I joined him, and only for a couple of months. After that, he gave me the feedback. Okay, Mohsina, you need to work on your this grammar part, or I was making lots of pronunciation errors. I did not know that. So my cousins, he also gave me the feedback. These are the mistakes I notice. Even some learners, they have been practicing for 1 year. They make this kind of mistakes. Can't able to, and I do mistake. He don't know. So I was also making these kind of mistakes in my initial days. But as I started my journey with a good speaker, with my cousin and with Kabir, so I had that thing in my mind. Okay, these are the wrong things. So my mind always tells me that Mohsina, these are the wrong. So if I make mistake, I can rectify myself. But initially, if someone starts talking to someone who is also beginner, what happens? They both don't know where they are making mistakes, and they share the mistakes again. So I think initially, if it is affordable, then someone has to take the classes at least for a couple of months. After that, when the person understand, okay, in this part I need to work on, then it is fine. And one thing I want to say, that see, by taking classes for 30 minutes is not enough. I myself has to give the time, right? When it
Yes,
comes to
obviously.
listening carefully, watching content carefully, reading books, by doing this all, by talking to people. And another good point is that record yourself. For example,
Mhm.
now we are talking to each other. So when I will do the editing, I will observe each and every point, how I spoke, where did I make mistake. So by introspecting that thing, I will try to rectify my mistakes. So in this way it works. Yeah.
That is great. I think you have mentioned rightly that half an hour practice is not just enough. We have to spend a lot of time because somebody is telling you something, but you're not implementing that in your
Mhm.
conversation or communication, that there is no benefit of taking those classes. So, first thing, I think you should be very observant. You have to
Mhm.
observe things, you have to observe, and then the constructive feedback, you have to implement that, whatever you are making mistakes. So, that's true. One more thing I would like to ask you that might be tricky.
Okay.
Tell me, what is one thing that you feel that is not good in you in terms of English? What is your lacking point?
Lacking point, still I make grammatical errors, and I know that I make mistakes, even I know grammar. But that is the thing I have realized. See, when children studies in English medium school, the children studies since the nursery all the sentences or the grammars, even without knowing the rules well. It becomes spontaneous for them, but when it comes to me, I have learned it deliberately. So even though I know the grammar, still I make mistakes here and there. That is the lacking point. Still I am suffering, I can say. Otherwise, when it comes to voice modulation, my way of speaking, it has improved a lot. When I watch my videos now, in comparison to earlier, it has improved. So that is the part.
Okay, you also feel that your grammar is somewhere
Here and
not
there, my
that
tenses are
perfect.
not bad. My tenses are not bad, but sometimes preposition, here
Hmm.
and there, yeah.
Okay, but I have not noticed any such things that you have mentioned. I feel that you are quite good with your grammar, with your vocabulary as well. The little bit with what I feel is that with pronunciation, there are few
Pronunciation, okay.
words which you are mispronouncing like entirely. That is why I asked you like whether you know
Okay.
this or not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, actually, I had the terrible problem of my MTI issue. So that
MTA
is
issue. Okay.
maybe still there
That
in
might be the
some
reason.
some words. Yeah, in some words.
That's true.
That is true.
Okay, one
That's
more thing I would like to know, as you have said that you know four languages, that is really amazing thing. So you said
true.
that you learn Hindi also from like TV or cartoon show. There's no environment of Hindi. How did you learn Hindi? I think Hindi is difficult than English.
Is it? Okay. Actually, yeah, I was born and raised in a village completely where no one spoke in Hindi, but only by watching TV, cartoons, and serials, movies, I learned. But now we do have the environment. When I enrolled my name in college, then I had some of my friends with whom I could speak in English. But and when, see, in my place, some shops are there. Marwari people are there, so they run some shops. So when I went to their shops, I started talking to them, but I learned, I can say that entirely by watching movies, cartoons. We started talking to our family members sometimes. My children now, they can speak 100% Hindi. My both children.
Okay, that is amazing because it's quite challenging to learn a language when you have no environment. Similarly, like English, why are we facing difficulties? Because we do not have that environment since like our childhood. So, as
Yeah.
I was thinking, like as you have mentioned that you are from Assam, so I know that there's no culture of speaking Hindi. Most of the people they communicate in their mother tongue. So at that time,
Yeah.
like it's very difficult to, and obviously, if you have learned one language, you might gather that confidence also that if you can learn one language, why can't you learn the second, like English? So now I think I remember I had a conversation with the native speaker sometimes, and he said this thing to me that, ma'am, English is so easy, no difficulties at all. But Hindi, it is too much difficult. How you guys speak so beautifully? I have been practicing Hindi for quite some time, but still I'm not able to speak because the letters and the writing part is also like it's difficult. And I can see my children also, they're good in English and they're not good in Hindi. They make more
Okay.
mistakes in Hindi language.
Okay.
So
See,
that's amazing.
one thing I can tell about myself, I did not learn Assamese, Bengali, and Hindi. It happened to me. I did not do
Automatic.
any kind of struggle. But still, now I feel that if I can watch movies every day in English, within 2 to 3 months, my English will go up to the mark. But I don't have time, unfortunately. I started watching some movies on YouTube. Movie Watcher, one channel is there, and I started feeling it. I could like feel the emotion and the phrases they were using, and I felt that if I keep listening to them and watching them keenly, my pronunciation, my way of speaking, even maybe my accent will also change. But the problem is that being a mother, I don't have time. I think it's been maybe 1 month I did not watch any movie. Hardly get
Yeah,
time.
completely. I can resonate with you because I'm also on the same page having two children. It's quite
Yeah.
difficult to give time to your learnings. People do not understand that actually. But you won't believe today I was like quite free because my son was in
Okay.
the school and my younger one is there, but I did not need to cook food a lot or something. So I was very excited and very happy that my today is like amazing day and all. Just within half an hour, I don't know from I was engaged in such kind of activities with my son. Whole
Mm-hmm.
day has passed. It was 3 o'clock and I was, struggling to get free from them. I
Mm,
finished one chores, like my younger one is too young. I just
too
picked
young.
up all the books or everything which he throw on the floor. When I pick them up, put it on the place, I have seen like he is throwing something else. When I'm
Mm,
doing that, after sometimes I have seen my older one, he is shouting for some reason. Like whole day was occupied. No matter how hard we are trying to get some time for ourselves, we don't get it until they are sleeping. So
yes.
I can understand. I think your children are also might be sleeping at this time. That's
No,
how you're getting this time. No,
they are
what
not
are they doing?
sleeping. Maybe they are watching TV. They try to take the opportunity. Mama is now recording session, so it's time now. She is not going to scold us. And
Okay.
one thing I want to tell you right now, these days you are facing this kind of problem. They shout, but my children, when they know that now mama is having session, they don't shout. They do, okay, give me one mobile, I want to watch something, or they watch TV. They don't study well. Now you don't have much burden about their studies because your children, they are too young. But when it comes to
Ah,
my son, he is in class 5 and my daughter is in class 1, and their exam is going on, annual exam. So if I don't sit with them, then they don't study, and all the time
Study.
it goes in my mind, oh my god, if I don't give them time, they will not study, what will they do? So on Saturday their exam will over, so I'm just waiting for that day.
It used to
So
happen when we were young. We used to give these kinds of exam. We used to think like when we will get free. So now the same has repeating again with the kids. Exams like kids' exams are the same. Like we feel that it's our exams going on.
yes,
It has the
100%.
same pressure.
100% same pressure. This morning I was thinking one thing in my mind. When life is easy, life is not a bed of rest. So
It is
as
never
I have
easy.
started my now YouTube channel, and now I need to record my sessions. I'm giving classes as well. And when I was in school, I still remember I was thinking about my mother, because my mother is a housewife, homemaker. I was thinking, oh my God, my mother's life is smooth. She doesn't need to study. And now I understand, oh my God, the life was so better. I could at least sleep when I wanted to sleep. If I wanted to study till
Yeah.
late night, I could. But now, sometimes I feel that, okay, I will practice or write something, watch some contents. I can do that till 12. But my children, I need to sleep with them to make them sleep. And when I
Yes.
go there to make them sleep, then I feel sleepy and it becomes quite daunting to again.
Yeah. It happens. What am I doing these days just to keep this is very good thing you can also do with your children. Like my older one, he's 6 years old, so he loves to listen stories, English stories. He understand
Yeah,
complete English, he can speak also, you might know that. So
yeah.
I spend half an hour or 1 hour at night just to
Mm,
sleep with him. And I try to engage him with stories, and this is
mm,
how we spend some quality time. And he also starts sharing different things, and he sometimes
mm,
wanted to know about, mama, what is, how planet works, how
mhm.
far the sun is from earth. Like he asks these kinds of question, and what I do, I just simply turn on the YouTube, any
Okay.
story about that, and we both used to like
Watch
both
together.
watch together. Yeah, this
Mm-hmm.
is what I'm doing. And yesterday I remember we watched Dhruv Rathi, you might know, he's
Yeah,
one
I
of the
know, I
famous
know. Yeah,
YouTubers.
yeah. Mm-hmm. I know.
So we had watched his video that is all about planets, like how
Okay.
everything
Mm,
works. So I think it is helping them to calm their mind. They feel
mm,
very secure when your parents spend time with them. And third thing is that we're learning together, because most of the things even I did not know how we evolve, how all those
mm-hmm.
things happen and all. I don't know in deep details. I know like
Mm.
mota mota. I don't know what do we say that. So
I used to think that we live inside the earth like that planet. Yeah, that is the
yeah.
thing I thought when I was in school. Yeah.
So I'm literally like learning with him. So he feels so calm and
Mm.
sleep on time also. So that is really good thing. But the bad thing is that my younger one, he doesn't sleep on time. He are like 12, sometimes 1 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel not good while I'm doing something in phone and he's playing alone. I feel so bad. But this is what we have to do if we want to grow in our life. I have to work. This is how I'm
Mm.
working. Like you said, you have given phone, but you're not feeling happy about it, but there's
Mm.
no alternate you can do. So
Yes,
this is
yes, that's the true thing. And we do some activities as well related to my both children. They are also fluent in English. So sometimes
mm,
we do play a game, for example, word game. So if my daughter is
yes,
going to say one word apple, so I will say effort. Then my son will say another word with the letter T, sometimes describing word. And yeah, my daughter, she also asks every night, Mama, please tell me one story. Sometimes
what
I
story?
ask, but the problem is that if I want to make her sleep, then I also feel sleepy and I am not able to get up. That's the problem. Yeah, so
That's
this is the life, right? Right? This is the
right,
life, and it
right,
will go in
right.
this way, and we need to accept it. If we are not able to accept, then we'll not feel happy anytime in life.
That's true.
This is
That's
the
true. And I think
phase.
one more thing I have realized, that knowing a language is not only enough. You should have knowledge about your surroundings as well. That is more important than knowing a language. Language is
Mm.
just a mode of communication, but what you have to communicate, that you should
Yes,
know already. So I think
yes, yes.
language is just the way of expressing your thoughts, but that what kind of thought you want to express to the other person, that
Mm.
you have to decide. And for that reason, you should also have good knowledge about what is happening around us. So this is
True.
what I'm doing these days and spending time just to like make sure that he should learn something because he's not studying at all. He's also in first grade. He
Okay.
does not study at all. He just finishes his homework within few
Mm-hmm.
minutes, 15 to 20 minutes hardly, and that's
Mm-hmm.
all. He keep playing whole day.
Mm. Yeah, he's only 6 years old, and my daughter, she also the same. Okay, she also doesn't want to study, but my son
Ah,
somehow he understands. And one thing I have made the habit of reading books. So my son has the habit of reading
that's
books.
good.
When he was 7 years old, I bought Panchatantra books, then bedtime
Okay,
stories. And when
great.
he was only 10 years old, I gave him the books, a bundle of 10 books together, the growth diary of good kids. So you know that my son, he knows how to do the dishes, the basic dishes, how to make tea, coffee, then he makes
Wow.
his own table, his bed. Even he does it allow me to do that thing like these days,
Wow,
making
you're
his
so
own bed
lucky.
before going to bed. Him sorry, before going to school, he does each and everything, and he just tells me, "Mama, please don't mess up my room. It should be like that." How I made it.
I've never heard this thing from a boy's mom, to be honest. And if you're saying it, you're so lucky that your son is doing all these things. But most of the time, I have seen the boys are not like that. Girls are good in that term. They feel the pain of their mother. They can understand, okay, our mother is doing something, we should help them. But boys, they never feel in that way. Like I have never seen anywhere. I have connected with so many women
Mhm.
who are the mothers. So I think that if your child is doing it, it's really good thing. And I think you have done something good with him in initial days. I think that is the result of your hard work, I feel. That's
Yeah, I'm
great
trying
thing.
to do that. I'm trying to do that. See, now one thing I observed that my husband, he is not habitual of doing these kind of things because
Mm.
his mother him, did not
Never.
teach him these things, right? So that's why if I don't make the habit of my son doing these things now, he won't be able to learn these things when he will become adult. And
Yes.
nowadays every women like wants to do something in life, right? It is not
Something.
like me. So if my son can do these things later on, it will help him in later on doing these things. If his wife also does something in life, any job, financial independent, that's why
You
I'm
know what?
trying to do.
Same opinion I have. Even I am trying to teach him few things so that he could help his wife, or he can. You know what? The time has been changing. We all are
Mm,
evolving with the time. So I think after 15, 20, 25 years, there will be a drastic change. Like I
since
feel that I'm able to do household chores along with the job, but maybe the time
mm,
after 20 years, if lady or a woman, if she is working outside, she may not contribute to household responsibilities. This is what I
mhm,
feel. I can imagine just by the scenario. So at that time, it is very important that your son should know how to do household chores so that they both can manage together. So
true.
this is very important, but ultimately, but when they don't see their fathers are doing all these things, so they don't feel doing it actually. That is very, because I have read somewhere that kids observe, and
Observe.
this is how
Mm,
they learn. So
true.
my kid, he's not observing that my father, like his father is cooking food or doing dishes, anything, because he has no involvement in any household chores. That's what
Mm.
he's seeing, and sometimes he told me that I'm a boy. Why should I do it?
Oh my.
Papa does it. He has this thing. And I got so
Oh.
angry when I'm listening these
Mm-hmm.
kinds of things because I don't want him to do like that. I want him to be
Mm, yes.
responsible for everything. It's
Yes.
something not in
Mm,
the, burden of a girl. It's a basic life skills. Every person should know. Whether you are a boy
mm,
or a girl, that is different thing. So I'm
mm.
trying to teach him. Let's see how much I'll get success.
Yeah, you can't be harsh to him. Just you can make some habit. Like if he asks for water, you can just ask, Mama, Baba, I am doing something, or Beta, I am doing something. Please take the glass of water by yourself. Simple thing you can. So, but
Why am I
when I
laughing?
gave that book to my son, so books, one book was their parents are not my servant. Okay, so sometimes I told my son, please take the glass of water by yourself because I'm doing these things. And my son, I can say that we both are friends to each other. And even
Mhm.
he's helping me
Great.
to make the thumbnails. Everything we both share to each other.
Wow, amazing. I think you have a great bonding with your son.
Yes,
But you know
yes.
what? In my case, like my mother-in-law is there. So when I deny him that I won't give you water, go and take it yourself.
Yes.
He said, Mom will give me.
Yeah, yeah,
And
true,
she
true.
always she does the same. So I
Mm,
strictly ask her that don't give him. If I say
mm,
no, he will take himself. He has to take himself. I ask her strictly. So sometimes now she started doing it that even after he asked, she
mm,
denied sometimes, but not every time, because she can see that he is also sitting on the sofa waiting for the water. If nobody
mm.
will give him, he will be like that. So that at that moment, she tried to fulfill the wishes. So that is also one problem. Like though I asked him to do, but he has another thing to do. Oh my God, I have it's already half an hour. We are so much engrossed in the topic
Yes,
discussion.
yes. Because we can resonate to each other. You also have two kids. I do have also two kids. So we are also doing the same kind of things,
Hmm.
struggling like that with juggling with lives, and that's why
Yeah.
we can
Anyways,
feel
it's
that
a really
connection.
amazing session or discussion. Well, like either it's about English or about household things. So what I feel is that all housewives, they should inspire. They should feel that they can also do all those things which a man or a boy is doing. So we should come out of that comfort zone. Not comfort zone. I think all housewives are already very busy. They have to struggle
Yes.
a little more
Mm.
to get out of that house and do something for themselves.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we need to sacrifice something to get something, right? So what I do that these days I don't use Facebook, then
You
Instagram and other
see,
reels because I have something to do, and if there is nothing important, I don't go for outing and all. But it is my learning phase, and I want to accomplish something in my mind, sorry, in my life. So after maybe reaching certain position, I can run my life comfortably, but still I have to put the effort now. So I need to, I can say that sacrifice something to get something. So if someone has any dream, that person can definitely pursue. Now that person has to make the schedule or how she can manage the things. It depends on that person, right? But we can do
yeah,
that nowadays. As we have the smartphone, we can easily learn new things. See
easily.
now, I think you are good at using laptop, but I was not good at using laptop. I don't know why. We do have laptop in our home right now. I'm talking to you, connecting to you through laptop, but however, I did not get interest to use that. But now I have realized I must learn it. It doesn't matter that I like it or not. Yeah, so that's why I have started using it, and now I feel that no, it is not that much difficult. I can do it, and my son is helping me to do that.
I think your son is a great partner for you. He's helping you
Yes,
a
yes.
lot. That's
Yeah,
great.
yeah, in
Now,
everything.
yeah, your daughter
Yeah.
is too young. Once she'll be 8 or 10, I think she'll be also very helpful. So
She's
that's
too
that's a
smart.
great thing.
She is asking me, Mama, why are you not making video with me? You were just talking to your friends.
Yeah, you
And
should
she's,
make it then. Why?
yeah, I'll make it after, yeah, their exam will over. I'll make. But my son
Great,
is
great.
quite shy. He doesn't
Yeah.
like to talk to different people. He's obedient and calm and composed. But my daughter, she's mischievous and smart. She likes to talk to people. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So,
Now,
one another thing I want to tell all the women that we are blessed with our kids. So, even though we are juggling with our house chores and we are giving the excuse that we are not getting time to practice spoken English, most of the children now they are starting in English medium school. So, just take the initiative to talk to them in English. So, it is gonna help them simultaneously. You will also become fluent,
yeah.
and somehow you will notice that you are getting some good bonding with each other. So I feel that my children are boon for me. I am blessed with them.
That's great. That's great. I think you are absolutely right. And I can feel the same thing because since he started going to school, I can see that there's a drastic improvement in his communication skills. Now he is making less grammatical errors because I am not the perfect one. I used to make grammatical errors when I was teaching him. So he
Oh, okay.
adopted few things from me. But now I can see the changes. The way of talking is also different. He's using
Hmm.
words in a nice manner. Grammar is quite good. So I think I am
Yeah.
taking advantage. I am learning simultaneously, like just by talking to him. So it's a great thing. And yes, I think now I need to wind up this session.
Yes,
It's
yes.
already very long. I may feel not to edit this. I will upload it like this.
Okay, sure, sure.
And yeah, thank you so much, Mohsina, for joining me. And it's a lovely conversation.
Yes, likewise. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Was quite intriguing and insightful. Definitely we'll meet again because we do have lots of things to share to each other and
Yes, yes, yes. Sure, sure.
okay,
Okay
thank you
then.
so much, Karishma.
Okay, bye bye.